Welcome to TDSB UDL Presents How to Use Headings in Google Docs Part 3 Advanced Customization. My name is Michael Barltrop, and you can find me on Twitter at Mr. Barltrop, or you can find me at my website, whatbinder.com. Once again, at the bottom, you will see Control-Alt-Number that reminds you of how to use hotkeys to apply headings. In our last video, we took a look at how to add color to our document and to our headings. One thing that I find to be really important is using color to make things stand out. Even if you're just photocopying in black and white, you can apply digital versions of this text to your online classroom, and then students will appreciate the color options. I use color because I don't only change the font and size of my headings. I think it's important for the first two headings to use bars. I'm going to show you what that looks like, and then we're going to go through it really quickly. I'm just sticking with my pinks and purples here. You will see that there's a bar there, and when I update heading to match, all of them are updated. So how did I do this? I clicked on my text. I went to Format, Paragraph Styles, Borders and Shading, and then I chose a background color that I wanted. I applied it. I right-clicked. I went Update Heading to Match, and all of a sudden, all my heading ones look like that. Now you might think, there's no space above Introduction, but there's a huge space above Planning Your Essay, and I don't like this space below. Why is that there? Well, I will tell you. That is there because there is line spacing options that you can also change. Highlight your text, go to Format, Line Spacing, remove space before paragraph, Format, Line Spacing, remove space after paragraph, Format, Line Spacing, single spaced. Now we right click, Update Heading to Match, and they all look that way. To my mind, all of a sudden, this looks infinitely more readable. I'm going to do the same for my heading number 2. So remember, we go to Format, Paragraph Styles, Borders and Shading, Background Color, Apply, Format, Line Spacing Single, Format, remove space before, Format, Line Spacing, remove space after, right-click, Update to Match. I think it's important to have a little break there so that the bars don't run into each other, but that is up to you. We know that students read best when font is at least 12, font size 12. So very quickly, I'm going to change font size 12. I'm going to make sure it's still in Arial. I'm going to update my normal text, and all of a sudden, this has been updated across the entire document. One other thing that I find is important is that heading 3, while I don't want another bar, I would like it to be underlined. So we can go to Format, Paragraph Styles, Borders and Shading. This time we do not want a background border, but we can click on a bottom border, straight line. Let's make it a little wide, a little fatter, and give it a border color here. And now you will see when I update this to match, that has been applied to all of my pieces. I'm just changing the line spacing. But we know that there are 6 different heading styles. So what can we do with this information? Well, here I have a little bit of a conversation. Maybe I want this conversation to stand out. Let's go to Paragraph Styles, Borders and Shading, create a box all the way around, maybe make it dashed, maybe make it something else, give it a little bit more padding, and we can apply this. Now, I can now make all my normal text look like that, but that is not ideal. But this might be a box that I want to go back and use more than once. So I will go to heading 4, update heading 4 to match, and you'll see that heading 4 has now been updated. So if I would like to create a box instantly, I can just apply heading 4, and heading 4 will always give me this box. There are also some other options that I like to look at. When I have examples, I like to make them stand out by showing that there's something a little different about them. For this, I'm going to immediately apply heading 5 because it changes some of the things to make it look like what I want. But there's one more step that I think is important. I'm going to increase the indent. I am going to go to paragraph styles, borders and shading, add a left border, apply that, and there we go. We just need to now update heading 5 to match. And when I apply heading 5, it instantly looks like that. Heading 4, 3, 2, 1. So now we've seen how to use some advanced customizable options. If you don't want your essay to look like a mess of color and rainbow, you can watch our next video, how to apply a consistent theme to style your Google Docs.